Venus is a planet of contradictions. Its surface scorched by intense heat and pressure, yet named after the Roman goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. This planet embodies both the fierce and nurturing aspects of life. From its toxic clouds to its stunning surface, Venus challenges us to think about how we balance destruction and creation, chaos and harmony. In Greek mythology, Venus is known as Aphrodite, born from the sea foam and emerging as the epitome of beauty and grace. According to the myth, her birth was accompanied by the sounds of laughter and love. Yet her path wasn't without conflict. Aphrodite's love and beauty were as much a cause of war as they were a source of peace. Venus, the planet, mirrors this duality. Its surface is a battlefield, marked by volcanoes and lava plains, but it also holds an undeniable allure that captures our imagination. Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system, even though it's not the closest to the Sun. Its thick atmosphere traps heat in a runaway greenhouse effect, making its surface hotter than Mercury's, despite being farther away. Temperatures on Venus can reach up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. This extreme heat reflects Venus's intense energy in both its literal and metaphorical forms. Just as the goddess Aphrodite inspired passion and desire, Venus's physical characteristics evoke the powerful, unrelenting forces of nature. Venus has an extraordinarily slow rotation, taking 243 Earth days to complete one full turn. Ironically, it takes only 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun, meaning a day on Venus is longer than a year. This slow spin, combined with its retrograde rotation, it spins in the opposite direction of most other planets, suggests an ancient and mysterious rhythm, almost as if Venus moves to its own timeless beat, much like Aphrodite's ability to stir hearts across time and space. Astrologically, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and harmony. Its influence over our relationships, self-worth, and creative expression is profound. When Venus is prominent in our birth chart, we feel a deep connection to beauty and pleasure, but also a need for balance and peace. The way Venus interacts with other planets can reveal how we approach love, whether it's passionate and intense, like the heat of Venus's surface, or calm and steady, like the shimmering light it casts in the sky. But Venus isn't just about harmony, it's also about the lessons we learn through struggle. In Roman mythology, Venus had many lovers, but her relationships were often fraught with conflict. Her love story with Mars, the god of war, is one of the most famous, showing how love can be both tender and tumultuous. In the same way, Venus teaches us that love and beauty, while bringing joy, can also challenge us to grow and evolve, pushing us toward deeper understanding of ourselves and others. Let us begin with one of the most famous mythological stories of Venus, the Judgment of Paris. Paris, a Trojan prince, was asked to judge a beauty contest between three goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, Venus. Each offered him a bribe. Hera promised him power, Athena promised wisdom, but Aphrodite promised him the most beautiful mortal woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Paris, swayed by Aphrodite's allure, chose her, setting off a chain of events that ultimately led to the Trojan War. Another fascinating story is that of Aphrodite and Adonis. Adonis, a mortal of unmatched beauty, captured Aphrodite's heart. However, his tragic death at the hands of a wild boar, during a hunt, was too much for her to bear. In her grief, she caused flowers to spring from his blood, and to this day, the anemone flower is said to bloom in honor of Adonis. The story highlights Venus's power to inspire love, but also the inevitable tragedy that can follow intense passion. In the myth of Venus and Vulcan *, Venus, the goddess of love, was married to Vulcan, the god of fire and blacksmithing. However, Venus had a passionate affair with Mars, the god of war. When Vulcan discovered their betrayal, he crafted an elaborate net to trap them in the act and expose them to the other gods. Despite her shame, Venus's beauty remained undiminished, illustrating that love, while powerful, can also lead to folly and humiliation. The story of Venus and the birth of Eros * is another fascinating tale. According to some versions of the myth, Venus's son, Eros, also known as Cupid, was the product of her union with Mars, the god of war. Eros, known for his mischievous ways, carried a bow and arrows that could make anyone fall in love. In this story, Venus's love is so powerful that it creates the very force of desire itself, shaping human hearts for generations to come. As we continue our journey through Venus's stories, let's reflect on her symbol, the dove. In many cultures, Venus is associated with the dove, which symbolizes peace, love, and fertility. In Roman mythology, Venus often rode in a chariot drawn by doves, further emphasizing her dominion over love and beauty. This image connects Venus to the gentle, nurturing side of affection, yet it also carries a profound message of peace and reconciliation, elements Venus brings to all who seek her influence. Looking up at Venus in the night sky, we are reminded of the timeless themes it represents: beauty, passion, and the pursuit of harmony. Whether we see it as a beacon of hope or a fiery challenge, Venus calls us to reflect on how we balance desire with wisdom, how we engage with beauty and love in a way that enriches our lives, rather than consumes us. Venus's glow in the evening sky is both a promise and a warning, a symbol of all that can bloom from our deepest, most powerful emotions. As you reflect on Venus, think about where this planet resides in your birth chart. Which area of your life does Venus influence? How do you express love, creativity, and beauty? Are you drawn to the calm, peaceful aspects, or do you find yourself caught in Venus's more intense, transformative power?